Yo, what is going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master. Sorry for the low lighting situation because my cousin and I was playing some Fortnite, so I wasn't really prepared to do any videos like right now. But some news was dropped about James Gunn. If you guys already heard, this is my cousin, by the way. If you guys don't know him, introduce yourself.
I'm Charlton, aka Saint, aka Squad Killer.
Fortnite. He got that name because he killed literally a whole squad in Fortnite by himself. So if you guys are like following my like live streams and stuff, you would have seen that. All right, so yeah, so James Gunn got fired from Disney. Disney fired him and his upcoming project for Avengers, for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This comes as very shocking and disappointing news to me because those of you who love Guardians of the Galaxy and love both of those movies and his work on the script, his work on the script and the films, this will obviously be disappointing news to you. But some of you guys who don't know why he got fired, apparently some old tweets resurfaced from his past. So you're talking about like 2009, 2010, 2011, around there. And they said he was making jokes about rape and pedophilia. And my cousin Charlton and I, we just read some of the tweets. Now to preface, he actually made a statement about the tweets before he deleted his Twitter account, stating that most people known him for his, his black comedy and like his dark humor, and most people liked him for that kind of stuff. And over the years, he matured as a director, as a filmmaker, as a writer, and he's learned that certain things are off limits, certain things shouldn't be touched, and blah 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 blah. I felt as if Disney should have been more hands-on about this from the jump before they hire people. I feel like before you hire somebody, you need to thoroughly check them out. But on the other side, I don't believe that. I'm still reading some of the tweets. Some of them I can see why in 2018 is considered offensive, and why it goes against the company's standards in 2018. If you were to ask me this question 5 years ago, I would say they're overreacting. But it's you guys know, with like the Me Too movement and a lot of these sexual harassment claims and like all the stuff that's been happening these last few months, going on to a year now. All these movements have been coming up, and of course there were people that were actually hurt, unfortunately, through this stuff. There were people who actually used the Me Too movement to talk about different stories that has affected them. Some of them have actually really been raped. Some of them have been seriously harassed. Even Terry Crews, I respect him for coming out and telling a story about being sexually assaulted. And as a man in Hollywood, as a black man in Hollywood, that's not something easy to come out and say. So excuse me guys, somebody's nose is itching me, I'm sorry. But unfortunately, on the flip side, there's been a lot of people, because of the Me Too movement, have been riding on this wave. Things that I wouldn't personally consider, like for instance, like I've seen it like I've seen articles and stuff like this. One dude complimented a girl saying that she looked very beautiful today, and she was quick to say that he was sexually harassing her. Like there's some claims that are complete bull, and then there's some claims that are actually legit, where people were harassed and people were sexually assaulted. So it's very hard to determine a lot of the stuff going on now, because like I said, on the flip side, there's people who are actually getting this stuff happening to them, and there's people who are just making a big deal out of things. Now back onto the topic, and the reason I mentioned that up is because a lot of this has to do with what's going on with James Gunn and what he said in his previous tweets, which he did apologize for. We're just going through some of them. Like I said, you can pull it up on your own. This one, I'm actually going to read this one. I don't think it's too bad, but one of the tweets he said was, this hotel shower is the weakest ever. Felt like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head. That's not that bad. Do you find anything really offensive about that statement?
Nah, that's not that bad. I think this was like, what, 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
But do you think in 2018 someone could read this tweet and think,
I don't know, like
pedophilia?
I don't know, like you have to twist it like a lot.
You can twist it. It is quite possible.
You have to twist it a lot to make it sound like it's pedophilia. But humor is different back then. Humor was different back then. It's changed now. So I don't know what people find offensive. Some people might find this offensive. Some may not.
Exactly. I mean, this particular tweet, I don't really find it too offensive. The first one, I could see why people would.
The first one was kind.
The first one was a little bit extreme.
Yeah.
The first one was a little bit extreme. Like I said, pull up the thing in the description box. You'll find the tweet yourself. But I feel like that one's a little bit I feel like that one's a little bit extreme, man. That one was a bit extreme. The one with the Disneyland thing too, that one was a little bit extreme too, in my opinion.
I feel like that one,
like those two were kind of like, you didn't need to make that joke. You could make that joke without saying what you said.
The second one, right? I can imagine, like in 2010, I can imagine like a comedian in like a comedy show saying something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the entire crowd will laugh. In 2018, if someone says something like that, that would just be terrible.
Terrible. You don't want to say that.
You know?
And they're taking stuff that he said from back then and using it against him now in 2018, because this man doesn't make jokes like this anymore. You know what I mean?
Nobody
really makes jokes about this.
Like these
Let's see this one. I want to go.
Oh, that one's bad.
Oh yeah, that one is bad. That one is bad. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah.
Even in 2011, no one would laugh at that one.
Nah, that one is actually not even funny.
That was bad. Yeah.
That one is not even funny, bro.
But I don't see them firing him over this though.
It makes you question the person's mindset though, because remember, Disney, they have the image about themselves. I'm not saying that everybody in Disney's clean, right? But what I'm trying to say is, like, Disney has an image, right?
These tweets were probably deleted, right?
Yeah, they were.
Right, but like the thing is,
they were deleted now, but before they were always there.
Thing is, no one would no one would have found out about this.
Somebody went through and looked for it, bro. Some people were checking on it, and they pulled it up. That's the only reason why it's surfaced now, because somebody went through and dug it up.
But that's one bad.
That one is bad. That one is bad. I wouldn't even. Nah, there's no way. There's no way of sugarcoating that one. You
Honestly,
you can't say people are overreacting for a tweet like this.
I have a good sense of humor, and I like all types of jokes, but I would never. But
I would never laugh at that either. I'm auctioning for. Okay. Maybe I'll pull some of these tweets up on the screen and blur it out.
You see, like, if you add it up, you can see why he got fired.
Yeah.
If you put it all together, like, and then look at what he had in the end.
Yeah.
You don't make, like, you know what happens.
You remember the earthquake?
Yeah.
That was the same time it happened.
Yep.
I know those kind of guys. I know those kind of guys who make jokes, who make really intense jokes, like really, really dark jokes. And I know a lot of people who would laugh at that, but I don't find that stuff funny, bro. That's not funny, bro.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Okay, at first I was like, okay, they overreacted, but now,
you see, it all depends on who you hang around too.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, I know some people, like, in like the right environment. Like, if you're in the right, like, you know, in the right environment, you would laugh at
that. Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's all out of context, you know.
Yeah.
But like,
maybe you know, guys, I'm just gonna I'm pulling the tweets up on the screen, man. Regardless, so y'all can see. I feel like it'd be better if you actually just see the tweets.
You can't probably pull like all of them up, but
I'll blur out some of the words.
Or I can read it and beep it out. I can like give you like a beep, and then they will get an idea.
That's crazy, bro. Okay, that is sus. Yeah, nah. Yeah, no.
I feel like it just started off like not that bad,
and the more you scroll down, it just gets worse.
It just got terrible.
I can see why Disney would fire him over this crap. I can see why, bro.
That must have been an awkward meeting, yo.
I could see why, bro. Because, like I said, like, I'm not trying to say everybody in Disney had a clean record. I'm just saying that they have this image that they want to be child friendly and family friendly, right? So they expect people who represent them to be child friendly and family friendly, right? This is not representation of their image.
I kind of understand why Disney would do something like this, because, you know, like, in the history of Disney, they always had that kind of controversial image about them.
Exactly.
With little kids and pedophilia and stuff like that. So I think they want to get rid of this dude as fast as possible.
Exactly, because all this does is just support that old stuff that did. So
people will be coming back like, oh, Disney. So like they wanted to get rid of this dude fast.
Okay, so this is one of the apology tweets that he made. He said, "Many people who have followed my career know when I that's what I'm know that when I started, I view myself as a provocateur, making movies and telling jokes that were outrageous and taboo. As I have discussed publicly many times, I've developed as a person, so has my work and my humor." I mean, like, look, okay, first, look at somebody like KSI, right? I mean, KSI is still pretty dirty and wrong sometimes, but like, if you look at like his old videos, they were bad. Like, and like he definitely matured a lot.
Well, you can't really say he matured. He had to change it.
Well, he had to, yeah.
Or else he would have been like, he would have got like some serious bans. Like, you don't know if he matured or not.
But this is a point somebody also pointed out here. They say however, you should note he was in his 40s when he made these tweets, and more being on this Uncovered, which continued to reveal how disturbing Gunn is.
But if you look at what he said, he viewed himself as, what was that, provocateur?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like the same thing as people who like to troll on the internet.
That's what I feel it was. But
so like some people like if you look at like Kanye West, right? Kanye West would tweet out some certain stuff that he knows would be controversial, right? But he tweets it out, so like he's like the biggest troll of the decade, you know. So I feel like that's what he was doing. He was trolling, but like sometimes you just gotta draw a line.
You gotta draw a line at some point, though.
Yeah.
Like some of those tweets up there, bro. I would not make those kind of jokes, man. Cause like that's terrible.
Look at the next one.
Video 100.
I just peeped that. Like, look at the reply. I just peeped that one there. Was he 40?
He was in the 40s, bro.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, no.
You shouldn't even be thinking that.
I can't even defend him anymore. I can't even defend him after these.
You shouldn't even be thinking that.
You should not even be. But you know what's crazy? There's a lot of dudes that are like this, and it's so disturbing because like
the difference between those dude and this dude, the other dudes get arrested because they're rich. He's rich, so he can tweet whatever he wants. Nobody ain't gonna touch him. So it's
crazy, bruh.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think that's the last of the tweets, man. Like the first, okay, one of them wasn't that bad, but the rest,
like when it started off, I could see this being funny in like the right
setting,
you know. But like as you go along, it's not even funny anymore.
It wasn't even funny. Like the first joke, like this one, I don't even find that funny at all. Yeah, I don't find that funny at all. I don't even find it funny.
Like I'm trying to get the joke.
I'm trying to get the joke to see where the joke could lie, and I don't even see where the joke lies. So it doesn't make sense to me, man. I don't even see where the joke lies, bro.
Wait, scroll down again. Let me just get like a quick overview of these. All right, let's go back. Let's go back up and let's apply like strikes to which ones we think is the worst ones. So like each one that's really bad.
Strike.
All right, so that's a strike.
Strike.
All right.
Second one, strike. Strike. That's a bad one, bro. That's a bad one.
Nah, that one was not.
This one wasn't that.
Yeah.
I can see, but here we go. I can see why people would get why people would be kind of sus about this one though. I can see why, because you're implying that there's a little kid.
And he also said felt like a 3.
Exactly.
So that means he felt it before.
Strike.
Like,
that's 4.
How would you know what that feeling is?
Right? Strike. Let me see.
Yeah, that's one. That's
strike. That's a big one.
That's 5 strike.
Strike. This one is a major strike to me, bro.
That's 2 strikes.
That's 3 strikes. That's 3 strikes, bro. That's crazy. This one too.
You want to post it and like blur it out?
I'm gonna post it and blur it out. Yeah. I'll blur out some of the like profane words. That's crazy stuff, bro. All this is strikes, bro. This is a major strike too. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Look, man, look. I gotta call wrong for wrong, man. I don't care as much as I've liked James Gunn as a director and a filmmaker for all these years. I can't defend this, bro, because that's wrong. My thing is this, right? People make jokes all the time. People make. Okay, look. Let me just put it this way. People make a lot of race jokes. I'm not saying I support all of this stuff. I'm just saying. Okay, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying I support or don't support. I'm just saying what people do. People make a lot of race jokes. People make a lot of like gender jokes or like homosexual jokes or like all kinds of jokes. Like, you name it, bro. Like, people make jokes about a lot of things, but there's a limit to how far you go with those jokes.
See, the thing is,
there's a limit to that.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I personally feel there's a limit to those jokes. People make a joke about jokes about religion all the time. Like, people make jokes about Catholics. People make jokes about Muslims. People make jokes about like all kinds of religions.
And the funny thing is, I would laugh at those jokes if they're funny. If they're funny,
but like to a certain extent, though.
I'm not the kind of person that, you know, like there's like I'm not saying like not everything is not offensive, but like there's offensive stuff. But I'm like the person that I don't really take offense to a lot of things.
Yeah,
I have a sense of humor, so I would be like, you know, like, but seeing this.
But there's two things I think that should be untouched when it comes to jokes, man. And this is my opinion. Y'all could call me a wuss if you want. Y'all could call me a baby. Y'all could call me a SJW, because I know I'm not a SJW. You can call me whatever you want to call me. This is wrong. You don't make jokes about pedophilia, and you don't make jokes about rape. Those are two things, in my opinion, that you don't make jokes about, bro. Because you're talking about little children right now, like little kids.
And this dude wasn't even like hiding the fact.
Exactly.
He wasn't even hinting at it. He
literally straight up said it.
Yeah, like, oh my.
It's an issue, bro. That's an issue. And you don't make jokes about rape because that stuff is serious, bro. Right. There's men who get raped. There's women who get raped. There's children, unfortunately. Right? You don't make jokes about that stuff, bro. And I feel like he crossed the line with all of these tweets.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He crossed the line.
Rest in peace.
Guy decides to do stuff outside the house now. Yeah, man. I gotta call wrong for wrong. I mean, I would say, look, there's two sides to this, right? I think Disney firing him is the best decision they could have made. From a business standpoint too, exactly. From a business standpoint, because you don't want him to keep him working there. And there's gonna be a lot of parents, and I can understand why. Because if I come from reading these tweets, I would not want any of my kids to be involved with anything this guy has done.
That's true. And the thing is, there are parents out there who already don't want their kids watching Disney because
of the history, exactly.
You know, so like, this will just make it worse.
This just makes it worse. This just adds on to that. And from a business standpoint, Disney's like, all right, we can't have this. You gotta go, bro. I'm just cutting all ties from you. I don't care. We're breaking contract. I don't care, bro. You gotta go.
You see, the thing is, image aside, you know, Disney aside, like, this was what, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Right? It's bad, but like, people still change, you know. So I was about to talk about that. You can't really judge him from, you know. So like,
however,
this is like, you can't hide your history.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever you tweet, whatever you put out there, it stays there.
What's on the internet stays on the internet forever, bro. You know, that's what it is.
You can't really say something and then backtrack and be like, oh, I didn't say that, because it's always there. But you know, it's up to Disney. If like, it was up to Disney to fire him.
Here's a difference though. You can technically be on the surface a changed man, but this makes you question the person's mindset
because they
thought about it from the beginning. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, what makes me feel, what evidence supports that this man this man doesn't have these thoughts anymore? Just because he doesn't tweet it anymore or makes jokes about it anymore doesn't mean he doesn't have those thoughts anymore.
That's true. So
it's like, you leave you in a position where it's like,
you think about, is he actually changed, or did he just stop tweeting it?
Exactly. That's the thing. Did he just stop tweeting because he started to get more famous, or did he actually change? And like, his mind is definitely purified from that kind of thoughts. Because the fact that you can make in your eyes, if you find any of that a joke, I don't think. Look, you can't call somebody sensitive for defending for not defending something like this, man. You can't, bro, because like it's straight up wrong, man.
And he makes good movies too, so
that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna support him just because I like him. Exactly.
You know, like,
wrong
fans,
is wrong, bro.
You acknowledge his talent, you acknowledge what he can do, you acknowledge all the good stuff he did, but you have to also acknowledge what's going on, what we see in right here, because it's terrible.
That's very terrible. That's not good, man. But anyway, guys, this video is getting on really long. I just wanted to share my little 2 cents on this matter, and this just
5 cents, bro.
Yeah, my little 20 cents on this matter, because we were going through the tweets, man. But I just wanted to share my opinion of what's going on with this, man. I think Disney made the right choice, simply just to save their own butt, and also to because remember they're coming off of a high right now. They just officially like closed the deal with
Disney's like
Fox.
Drake right now, bro.
Disney like Drake right now, like
they stay winning.
Disney's on their hype right now, and they're not trying to get anybody mess up with them. They don't care. They're not trying to get anybody mess up with their flow. You know, it's sad to see him leave, because now who's gonna do Guardians 3? I don't trust anybody else to do that movie besides James Gunn.
See, the thing is, in this business, everyone's expendable, right?
Everybody's expendable. There's always somebody who could replace you. Exactly. I mean, he already started writing half of the script. I'm pretty sure they're gonna scratch that script and do something else. I don't know what they're gonna do going on forward Guardians 3, man. But that's it for this video, man. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want to read the tweets yourself, like I said, I decided midway through the video that I'm gonna put them up on the screen, but blur out some of the words. If you guys want to, like you said, like if you wanna see the tweets for yourself and whatever, the link where I'm reading these tweets right now is in the description box below. So click that. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share your thoughts, share your opinions. Be respectful, everybody, in the comments. I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.